Hello, everyone! Today, I'm going to tell you about a real-life story that sounds like science fiction, pushing the boundaries of the tech world. A 16-year-old kid made history by hacking one of the biggest gaming companies, Rockstar Games. Yes, you heard that right. A high school student named Arion Kurtaj turned the entire gaming world upside down by leaking the highly anticipated GTA 6. But this story is more than just a hacking incident. It shows how a child's interest in technology can take a dark turn, and how a simple gaming passion can escalate into an international scandal. What began as an adventure on Minecraft servers grew into involvement with hacker communities, eventually leading to a massive incident that caught the FBI's attention. Arion's story demonstrates what can happen when intelligence and passion for technology cross boundaries. So who was this kid? How did he become skilled enough to hack GTA 6? And what fate awaited him in the end? Let's examine this extraordinary story in detail. Before we start the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to see more videos like this. Now sit back and witness the unusual story of Arion Kurtaj. It all started in 2017. Arion Kurtaj, just 11 years old, was growing up in a quiet town in England as a child who had difficulty connecting with his environment. He was diagnosed with autism at an early age and had been struggling socially since the day he was born. This made it difficult for him to communicate with his peers. He had difficulty making friends and did not get along with other children at school. In this social isolation, Arion found an escape: computer games. Arion spent most of his time playing online games like Minecraft. The vast and creative world of Minecraft offered him the freedom he couldn't find in real life. However, despite his love for the game, it was not easy for him to succeed in games. He was constantly losing in Minecraft's PvP player versus player modes and was eliminated before he could finish in survival games. These defeats pushed him to look for ways to get ahead in the gaming world. Initially, the solution was simple. Arion bought paid memberships that gave him an advantage on the servers. But no matter how much money he spent, this method did not bring him the success he wanted. Each loss made him more and more angry and made him look for alternatives. Finally, Arion made a very brave decision. He would develop his own trick. His first trick was simple but effective. By connecting two mice to his computer, he was able to increase his attack speed. This simple but creative solution gave him an advantage over other players on Minecraft's PvP servers. Suddenly, he attracted attention and became known as the PvP legend. Players were impressed by his skills, but also suspicious of his methods. Arion didn't care about this, though. He was now enjoying being on the winning side. This simple success was a turning point for him. For the first time, he was able to use his interest in technology to solve a problem. But this was only the beginning. From that point on, Arion decided to delve deeper into technology and push its limits. He was becoming a legend on Minecraft servers, but his goals were much bigger, and there was no limit to what he would do to achieve them. Arion's story, which started with cheating, soon took on a bigger dimension. Small successes in Minecraft showed him how satisfying it could be to not just win games, but to dominate systems. This was a turning point for him. He no longer wanted to be content with just playing games. He wanted to push his own limits and delve deeper into games and systems. At the age of 13, Arion began to study Minecraft servers not just as a gamer, but as an analyst. He would dig deeper into the plugins and security measures used by these servers, looking for vulnerabilities. Spending hours writing code and playing with software on his own computer, he began to discover the weaknesses of these systems. Within a few months, he found critical vulnerabilities in many popular Minecraft servers. Using these exploits, he crashed servers, accessed player accounts, and completely changed the way the games functioned. But there was something remarkable here. Arion's efforts weren't just to cause damage. At first, he thought that what he was doing was actually a kind of talent show. His goal was to prove his skills to others and attract attention. That's why he would sometimes report vulnerabilities he found to server administrators, and even make suggestions on some forums to fix security holes. Most of the time, however, these suggestions were not taken seriously or were dismissed. This created a new motivation for Arion's hacking career, challenging bigger systems. By the age of 14, Arion wanted to move beyond local servers. He reached out to other hackers he met in Minecraft communities and soon found himself in a hacker group called Cyberteam. This was a globally recognized team that attacked more complex systems. Here, Arion improved his technical knowledge and learned more professional hacking methods. With Cyberteam, he carried out his first major action: infiltrating a NASA website. In this attack, the team gained access to some of NASA's online systems, exposing a serious cybersecurity vulnerability. This was a turning point in Arion's hacking career. He was now able to target not only Minecraft servers, but also the systems of large, globally recognized organizations. This cemented Arion's place in the world of technology. He no longer saw himself as just a gamer or an amateur hacker. He wanted to go after bigger and more complex targets, and he was determined to push the boundaries to achieve these goals. His experience at Cyberteam became a springboard for him to take bigger actions, but no one could have predicted where this journey would take him. By the age of 15, Arion was far from an ordinary hacker. His journey, which began on Minecraft servers, had led him into the dark world of the internet and to much more sophisticated targets. His technical know-how was growing rapidly, and he was launching more sophisticated attacks every day. But it was during this period that Arion began to discover not only his abilities, but also new methods: SIM swapping and zero-day exploits. The SIM swapping technique became one of Arion's most effective tools. With this method, he would transfer a person's phone number to a SIM card under his control. It then gained access to bank and cryptocurrency accounts linked to that phone number. This was particularly effective in attacks on cryptocurrency exchanges. Arion would hijack the accounts of fraud victims and transfer millions of dollars to their own wallets. In addition, Arion specialized in discovering and selling zero-day exploits. Zero-day vulnerabilities are software vulnerabilities that have not yet been discovered or patched and represent a huge opportunity for hackers. These vulnerabilities could fetch millions of dollars on dark internet markets. Arion would find these vulnerabilities and either exploit them himself or sell the information for significant sums of money. While he was emptying cryptocurrency accounts, he was further increasing his income by selling these vulnerabilities. In a short time, Arion's earnings reached mind-boggling proportions. By the age of 15, his fortune had reached $27 million. Most of this wealth was held in cryptocurrencies. At the time, Arion had about 300 bitcoins in his wallet, an astronomical amount compared to today's values. He became well known and respected in the online hacker community. But this wealth led him down an unexpected path. Instead of maturing, having such a large sum of money made Arion even more irresponsible. Instead of using the money in a meaningful way, he spent it to impress the people around him. He would gamble large sums of money with friends he met on Discord servers, losing hundreds of thousands of dollars a night. In his desire to gain more respect and admiration, he bought expensive gifts for his friends and spent money like crazy. This further fueled his uncontrollable passions. While Arion was trying to earn more money by doing shady deeds, he was also spending it frivolously. Appearing as a legendary hacker in the eyes of his Discord friends became more important to him than money. But this behavior led him down an even more dangerous path. Because he was no longer satisfied with just being rich, he wanted to become a figure recognized by the whole world. The $27 million fortune he made during this period was both his peak and the beginning of his downfall. Pursuing big goals, Arion was going to use this fortune and his hacking skills to lead him to a history-making event. But at the time, he didn't even realize how his insane ambition was bringing him closer to an end. The biggest and most dramatic event in Arion's hacking career was the attack on Rockstar Games. This event profoundly affected both the gaming world and the technology industry. But what made this attack even more interesting was that Arion was being held in a hotel room under FBI surveillance at the time. In September 2022, Arion was detained by the FBI for previous cyber attacks and temporarily isolated in a hotel. He was kept completely away from computers in his hotel room, but Arion's ingenuity and creativity were enough to turn the situation to his advantage. He used a simple Amazon Fire Stick, a wireless keyboard, and a mouse to turn the hotel TV into a computer. By controlling the TV in the hotel room, he was able to connect to his remote virtual machine. He used a simple but effective method to plan the attack. He used a social engineering attack to break into Rockstar Games' security system. He sent an email to an employee of the company posing as a Rockstar employee. In this fake email, he tricked the employee by saying, "I forgot my password," and obtained the necessary information to access the system. Using this information, Arion was able to infiltrate Rockstar Games' networks. The amount of data he encountered once he got into the system was unbelievable. He got his hands on millions of dollars worth of data, including unannounced playtest footage of GTA 6, source code, and source code for GTA 5. Arion decided to download some of these files and post them on an online forum. His goal was not only to leak this information, but also to prove to the world that even a giant like Rockstar Games could be compromised. Test footage and source code for GTA 6 began to spread rapidly on the internet. This leak, which suddenly created a bomb effect in the gaming world, revealed many previously unknown details about the long-awaited GTA 6. Realizing the seriousness of the situation, Rockstar Games took immediate action and took both technical and legal measures to stop the leak. However, the data spread so fast that it was impossible to contain it completely. The incident brought Arion more attention than it had expected, but it also led to Rockstar Games reporting the situation to the FBI and the arrest of Arion, who was waiting in his hotel room. The FBI took Arion into custody during a raid on his hotel room. During the raid, Arion allegedly kept the connection to Rockstar's system still open on his television screen, watching the data he had leaked. The footage stunned both FBI agents and the cybersecurity experts involved. This attack was not only the biggest event in Arion's hacking career, but also one of the biggest leaks in gaming history. However, it was also the turning point when Arion's capture became inevitable. After his great triumph, he was now a wanted figure around the world. The fact that a 16-year-old boy was able to pull off such a major event has become a topic that will be discussed in the cybersecurity world for a long time. After his attack on Rockstar Games, the FBI moved quickly. They already knew Arion was in the hotel room, but this time they had much more concrete evidence. Following Rockstar Games' complaint, teams traced the source of the leaked data and confirmed that Arion had obtained it using the hotel's television. The operation was soon launched. One morning, FBI agents surrounded the hotel and conducted a raid on room 15, where Arion was staying. At the time of the raid, Arion was sitting at the television screen, still connected to the system. As he was taken into custody, he is alleged to have proudly said, "I'm a legend." This showed his satisfaction with the event and his strong desire to prove himself. The fact that Arion had carried out such a massive hack at the age of 16 shocked not only the FBI and Rockstar Games, but the entire cybersecurity world. This incident revealed that the vulnerabilities of tech giants can be exploited even by young and talented individuals. Cybersecurity experts began to discuss how Arion was able to infiltrate these systems so easily. But there was a bigger question. How had a 16-year-old boy been dragged into a crime of this magnitude? Arion's trial was followed with great interest. His diagnosis of complex autism was one of the most important factors affecting the proceedings. His lawyers argued that Arion was unable to fully comprehend the consequences of his actions, and that his difficulties with social skills drove him to this kind of life. They also argued that Arion's career as a hacker was, in a sense, an effort to prove himself and increase the attention he received from his community. As a result, the court decided that sending Arion to prison would not be the right solution. Instead, he was sent to a rehabilitation center. Arion is currently receiving treatment at a rehabilitation center under the supervision of specialists. The aim is both to improve his social skills and to help him understand the seriousness of his actions. But Arion's story did not end there. There are still forums, discussions, and articles on the internet bearing his name. On the one hand, he is seen as a major threat in the world of cybersecurity, and on the other as a hacker legend. While some say he could have used his skills for a more positive purpose, others worry that he will be involved in bigger incidents when he is released. He is even said to have told experts at the rehabilitation center that he would make a name for himself with a much bigger event in the future. Arion's story holds important lessons for both the cybersecurity world and society. It shows how an interest in and skill with technology can become a major threat if not properly channeled. Today, Arion remains a legend. But this legend, unfortunately, has a dark side. How will Arion's rehabilitation process play out, and what will he do when he is released one day? These questions make his